What's up, guys? Metro's back, and today we're here with another episode of Final Fantasy Tactics lore play. We're right back into it, aren't we? Our luck is ill that we should chance upon fiends such as these in the wood. Some of us prefer fiends in a wood to a dull watch in Castle Garrett's Argath. And some of us are not so quick to jape in danger's face. Yep, so there you see it already building tension. Yeah, look at it. Rams is already getting frustrated. Enough talk. They come. That's what she said. About multiple men. Once we are clear of the wild, we should soon reach Dorder. This is not lore at all. I don't know why I'm even fucking recording this. All I know is the battle is won, and the next part is certainly lore. But anyway, this is episode 3. Got 1,800 gil. Useless, because I'm using, once again, a hacked version of the game. If you're not aware of that, just to get through the battles as quickly as possible. The Siege Wild. And now it's time to go to the merchant city of Dorder. Many people consider this one of the first, well, it probably is the first challenge, but one of the more difficult challenges. A lot of grinding usually required. Mostly because I don't know, the selection that you get is pretty dim. You know, if you're not grinding, you don't have mages and stuff. But like I said, hacked version of the game, just trying to get through it. Dorder slums, where the first big event kicks off. So let's see it together, man. Let's do this together. Let's be big friends. You know what I mean? Watch it together. Here we go. I said I know not of it. You do not speak false to me. I know what you've done. Where is Gustav? I will have it from you one way or another. Backed against the wall. I don't know. Where out of the marquee? Where are you Wait, what? Oh, where have you hidden him? Tell me. See, I'm so used to the old one. Just gonna have a little drink there. It's pretty good. Oh, look at this. Fight. Fight, 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 fight. Oh. That's a sword. I will not ask again. Where are they? The desert. The desert. They're in the desert. Frantic. The Sands Rats. See, now I call it Sand Rat Cellar in the other game. I don't know what a siege is. I guess we'll go with siege. Hold. What the fuck? Hold. Halt? The Order Swords. My luck turns foul with the weather. It's raining there. In case you haven't noticed. It seems we did well to come here. Have I not seen that man before? You know him, Delita? I have seen his face, I'm sure of it. It was at Egros, just after the war's end. So, who is that character? You'll pardon me my misgivings, but this has to... Wait, what? This has not the look of any joyous reunion. To arms. A lot of, you know, more flowery language. Harder off the tongue, especially when you've been talking for almost 3 hours now. But this is generally considered one of the tougher battles. Once again, this is not like a strategy or even a full let's play. So, just going to fucking crush these guys with these crazy hacked creatures or these crazy hacked guys I have, and we'll be back. Pretty important part here. Delita says, I've just remembered. That man, his name is Wygraf. He commanded the dead men during the war, a company of volunteers assembled from the peasantry. What? But that would make him... Aye, commander of the Corpse Brigade. So he's actually a nobleman. I guess, technically. I don't know, I'm not sure it's ever really specified, but Wygraf is certainly not... He's going to become a pretty important character in the next few chapters. He's got a little bit of family going on. You know, it's a pretty important character. So we're going to learn as much as we can about him now. And then, you know, obviously his story is going to get wrapped up towards the future. But, yeah. Iron sword, big deal. Hempen robe as well. Pretty standard, I think. And let's see what we got coming. Okay, so here we go. Already, this, like I said, just keep in mind that this guy is just a complete jackass. We know you're of the brigade. There's no use hiding it. Out with it. What have you done with the Marquis? Where are you holding him? You were with your commander Ygraf when we came upon you. Where is he gone? Mayhap a beating would loosen your tongue. I don't like the mayhap. Like it's a bit too old English. You know, this isn't old English. It's just medieval. Enough, Argith. Hey, he actually scoffs. That's that's perfect. Listen well. A great host, with the order at its means vanguard in the front, prepares a sweeping campaign that will bring us to book your turncoat brigade. You will die. You will be hunted down to the last and slaughtered like the swine you are, for such is brigandry's reward. But you, pig, are a lucky one. Tell us what we wish to know, and you may yet keep your bacon. How about that? So where is Ygraf? How the bloody hell should I know? Punch! Falcon punch! I'll not bear your ribald tongue, rogue. Learn to guard it, if you not have it cut from your throat. I fucking hate this guy, man. I am no rogue. Tell that to the men you robbed. You nobles are all the same. You think every man born outside a castle walls less than human. We fought for this kingdom at peril of our very lives, yet the moment the war was ended, you turned us into the streets. What makes you so special? Birth? Blood? What difference does it make? You kidnap men for ransom, then dare ask the difference between us? No. The Marquis' kidnapping was no plan of Ygraf's. Question mark? He would never hold a man for ransom. Then who? Somebody kidnapped the Marquis de Limberry. I don't like the de. We're not French. ... Speak. If not you, then whom would you pin the deed? It was Gustav. Who is Gustav? Gustav Margraf, Lieutenant Commander of the Dead Men. So the Corpse Brigade was behind the kidnapping. No, we're not like Gustav. We fight to the end we fight to end the aristocracy, not to become it. To be treated as equals, as the men of honor we are. Punch! Falcon punch! Well, what do maggots know of honor? That's enough, Argith. I hate sounding like a chick, but Ramses kind of reminds me of a girl. So where is the Gustav? Le Gustav? In the Sand Rat's Siege? I guess it's going to get tough to say that. Sand Rat. Scoff. You are not of Gallion. Small wonder you've not heard of them. Sand Rats are unique to the Zuklas Desert, north of Dorder. ... Question mark. Do any villages lie between here and the desert? Villages? No, at least not anymore. The desertmen once had a settlement on the outskirts, and its ruins remain. And that's where we'll find Gustav and the Marquis. I like as not. How can you be so certain? A Siege is a sand rat's burrow, his home. So was a cellar. ... Question mark. And that is that. Now, that's a big scene. Like I said, it establishes a very important set of characters. Gustav, not so much, but I'm going to keep moving. The Zeklas Desert. I think there's some story here. We're about to find out. What? Yep, so we're just gonna do this quick. Just gonna do this, yeah. So the big part in the beginning of the game is that you only get 4 characters. Because Argith and Deleter are always with you. Later in the game, you need to use 5, so it's another reason why the final battle of the first part is actually pretty difficult. Okay, here we go. Then you've heard about the Order? They mean to strike us for true. Aye, I've heard. So what's to become of us? These are like deserters, I guess, you know? I say we forget this business and run. There's not for it. Agreed. If we follow Ygraf, he will lead us to our graves. Aye, that much is plain. Gods be good. Gustav's ransom of the Marquise will fatten our purses enough that we can quit this life for good and all. So they're gonna like desert Ygraf and... Oh no! The Order, they're here! We must silence this watch before they can raise the alarm. Sounds good to me. These sand rats are long in the sling as well. No others have found us here while we tarried. Tarried, I guess, meant you know, performed your duties. I don't know. A lot of crazy words in this. I'm not surprised, but I am kind of surprised because I didn't expect this to be... I've never played this version of the game, if you haven't figured it out. I've seen it played. I think I actually might have played a very early part of it. Because I remember that initial cutscene, but that's pretty much all I remember. I think this one's the better version, just from what I've seen. But mostly because the translation is better. For example, in the first episode, there's... I don't know. We'll talk about that later. You've taken leave of your senses, Gustav. Have I? What hope does your fool revolution hold? Dreams do not fill a man's stomach, or make soft the packed earth on which he beds. You see not beyond the end of your own nose. The crown strays, Gustav. It must be led back onto the path. And you think yourself the man to do this. More the fool you, Ygraf. You have spoken your fill? Then we are done. On guard. Oh boy. Fucking cold-blooded. How about that? Fucking one-shot him, man. He didn't even fucking take damage. He just taking a one-shot. Well, why, Graf? The Marquis. Hold on, says Ygraf. No further, knave. I like that. Throw an insult in there. How dare you threaten me? Stay yourself, Argith. The Marquis is unharmed. You are free to return to Egros. Why release him? The Marquis' abduction was ill done. Such craven methods serve not our ends. Let me walk free, and I will release the Marquis to your care. A fair bargain. You mock us. You are in no position to bargain. Enough, Argith. He speaks the truth. See, they're already at odds. You know what I mean? The three of them just don't. Yeah, it would never have worked. I don't know. I can't do a good French accent. Oh, there he's taking off. He's getting away. Let him go, Argith. Why do you stay me? The corpse brigade is finished in any case. There is not to be gained by a quarrel here. ... The Marquis as well. He is weak, but he would seem unharmed. Yes, I guess so. I mean, yeah. We must see him back to Egros. Well, that was that, I guess. Not so bad. What madness possessed you that you would abandon your posts and traipse around the desert? Silence is not the answer I seek, nor is Dot's. Speak and be quick with it. 'Twas I who forced Ramza to go. Was that the way of it, Ramza? Delita led your better judgment astray? No, I went out of my own choosing. The fault lies not with him. 'Tis Ramza's noble disposition that guides his tongue, my lord. It is not as he... You needn't be false on my behalf, Delita. It was I who chose to disregard the orders. Might I pose a question then, Ramza? What purpose do laws serve when even those who would enforce them choose not to pay them heed? Adherence to the rule of law is a nice solemn duty. It falls upon us as Belouvs to bear the burden of example. Yeah, good joke. These guys are cool characters, Zalbag and Dice Dark. They're really, really cool characters. Probably the coolest characters in the game. But I hate how condescending and just hypocritical they are. Pure hypocrites. Is your intent to live up your name or to drag it with you through the mire? Forgive me, Lord Brother. Oh, this is Goltana? I can't remember. I don't have a voice for this. I believe the point is made. Is it not, Dice Dark? Try to remember this. I don't think I'll remember this voice. You must not let Howard seal your eyes away from the what? Their rescue of the Marquise was no small feat. It is the way of the men of the impetuous in their haste to do great things. We were not unlike them once. To coddle them is to do them disservice, your grace. They need to learn integrity. Yeah, Duke Larg, that's who it is. So you are Lord Dice Dark's younger brother. Rise, son of Galleon. Indeed, you are the very ghost of Barbaneth. His fire burns in your eyes, I can see it. Such strength and vitality would be wasted atop castle walls. Our campaign against the Corpse Brigade draws near its end. I will permit you to join in the final stage. Coordinated strikes are to be made on a number of the dens ere long. You will lead one of those assaults. Very well, Lord Brother. Bow. Bow. Walk out. Walk out. Watch this. This is a big turn. My apologies, your grace. It was not of your doing, Dice Dark. In truth, it serves only to show the caliber of man we are dealing with in Gustav. A change in plan was inevitable. Once the fool went and staged a kidnapping within our very borders, that is. And let us not forget, they did save the Marquis's life. He will now be honor-bound to acquiesce. In the end, your brother's deeds have placed us in quite the favorable position. The king's life hangs by a thread. We must move quickly now. Indeed, my friend. I will trust you will not fail me. So here's the first hint. Here's the first hint of like sour play. You know what I mean? Basically, this is going to be the end of the episode, by the way. But basically, what's happening so far? Okay. Quick recap. The Corpse Brigade are like a rebel group, all right? And up until this point, especially this early in the game, you're a bit confused about who's good and who's bad. You assume that the Corpse Brigade are going to end up becoming the bad guys, which is a fair assessment, you know what I mean, based on what's happened. But what they're meant to do is further blur the line between who we are. We are both Belouv, but also sympathizers of pretty much every denomination in this world. You'll find that out as we go. So the Corpse Brigade, you know, especially Wygraf and then Gustav, they're meant to be rebels, but visionaries. Like, they want to see things changed. And obviously, as Duke Larg just pointed out, Wygraf, you know, his man Gustav was employed behind his back to stage a coup, basically, of the core and kidnap the Marquis. With the Marquis kidnapped, obviously they have some plans for him. We'll talk about that in the future. But for you to understand right now is pretty much all you need to know is that there's a struggle for the crown. I guess that hasn't been really explained yet, but it has nothing to do with Barbaneth. The first time I ever played through the game, I always thought Rams's father was the king, and that the war that was going to break out was going to be between Dice Dark and Zalbag. But they're actually not. Like, we're actually on one side of it. At least the Belouvs are. So it's going to be anything. That's going to be everything. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, next episode we get to even more juicy drama.